Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, and glad you could attend. Step in the tent, my friends and movie maniacs, as we look at a Wisconsin-themed indie drama. Yes, it's not a sci-fi film, not an action film, nor horror. This is an independent drama brought to us by Nathan Deming called February. Now, this is part of a series that Nathan is doing where he's doing a story for each month set in this fictional Wisconsin town. And here in February, we get the story of Miguel, who is a recent immigrant, and he's staying with his sister and his brother-in-law. And he's been here for only a month, and he's saving up money so he can bring up the rest of his family. And they can live in this small, quiet, rural Wisconsin town. But Miguel's having trouble adapting to the central Wisconsin lifestyle. And yeah, he's just having some troubles in general until he goes out ice fishing with a local named Carl, and we see how these two end up bantering back and forth and how Miguel comes around to possibly actually enjoying his time here in this small town. Yeah, February I really loved. It is a dramatic film, so there's not a lot of action. It is very character driven, centering around our Miguel character, who's played wonderfully by David Ezekiel Duran. Miguel is a sympathetic character. At first, you're not quite sure how to take this character, how, where they're going with him. But as we learn more about him and we see, stay with him, we feel for him and see that life isn't all roses here in this small town. And yeah, I loved seeing the small town through Miguel's eyes, and also I'm sitting there going, it's not that bad. There's a lot of cool things. So it was very exciting to see when Miguel decides to go ice fishing. Now, his sister Rosa is played by Nailia Michelle Hernandez, and I hope I pronounced that first name right. She's wonderful in here, this woman who's frustrated. She's got her brother, but his brother's been just mopey pants all the time, and she's really trying to get him out of his shell and not quite sure what to do. It doesn't help that her husband, Louis, played by Eric Inez Stroza, he doesn't make things quite easy either on Miguel. He's trying to tell him to man up and, get it together and such. But he also has sympathy for Miguel. So he's not just a complete hard ass, which I appreciate. They didn't make him just that guy that Miguel's going to hate. But Miguel doesn't exactly like being around him either all the time because he does get a lot of ribbing. Then you get into the section where they go ice fishing and we meet Carl, played by Richie is the credit for that. And these two, you're like, this isn't going to work out when these two start talking. But as it goes along, we see how people can put certain things aside or find common connections. And even as they may be giving each other a hard time and may not fully accept one another, at least at first, we do see that common bond and how both these characters kind of come around to each other. And I loved that. I love the journey of Miguel. I love seeing the challenges presented, felt authentic, sympathetic, and really, this is a moving film that I'm looking forward to seeing the other months that Nathan is going to come up with. And not just because it takes place in Wisconsin, though that is an appeal. You know how I love my Wisconsin indie films, but just in general, this is an intriguing story, an intriguing concept, and I can't wait to see where Nathan goes with it next. But February is definitely worth a watch. I think it's hitting festival circuit and such, so you want to keep an eye out for it. Again, not action film, not a horror film, but a character study. And yeah, it's definitely one that's not normally the type of film that I watch, but I appreciate quite a bit the artistry going on here, and the story really hit me in the feels. So there you have it, folks. If you have seen February, leave your constructive comments down below, like, subscribe, and all that here. As we've said, we've got a new goal this year, hitting 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It is a lofty goal, but we can do it with your help. Thank you for the view, and until next time, as always, remember, keep that ticket stub.